This is question 42 of Civil Engineering paper of GATE 2016 afternoon session. OMC SP and MDD SP denote the optimum moisture content and maximum dry density obtained from standard Proctor compaction test respectively. OMC MP and MDD MP denote the optimum moisture content and maximum dry density obtained from the modified Proctor compaction test respectively. Which one of the following is correct? So there are 4 options given. We need to select the correct option. This question is from the topic of compaction. You may study about compaction and related laboratory test in lecture 14, Compaction of Soils, Soil Mechanics Geotechnical Engineering 1 by Professor Dilip Kumar Baid, IIT Kharagpur. So just let's quickly recall the theory behind this question. The compaction is the application of mechanical energy to a soil so as to rearrange its particles and reduce the void ratio by expulsion of air voids. So there are various purposes of compaction, like to increase the soil shear strength or to reduce the soil permeability. There are different factors which affect the degree of compaction, like type of soil, the water content, and the compactive effort which is subjected to that soil. In the laboratory, we have 2 standard laboratory compaction tests, which are Indian Standard Light Compaction Test, which is very similar to standard Proctor test, and the another one is Indian Standard Heavy Compaction Test, which is similar to modified Proctor test. In the Indian Standard Light Compaction Test, the soil is compacted into a 1000 cm³ mold in 3 equal layers, and each layers are given 25 number of blows with a 2.6 kg rammer, and the free fall of that rammer is 310 mm above the soil. And this compaction is repeated at various moisture content. And the Indian Standard Heavy Compaction Test is also similar to this Standard Light Compaction Test, but the soil is compacted in 5 layers, and the number of layers is same, that is 25 number of blows. The number of blows which are given to this each layer is same, which is 25. And the volume of mold is same, but the weight of the rammer is 4.9 kg, and the free fall of that rammer is 450 mm in case of heavy compaction test. The standard Proctor test is very similar to this light compaction test, and the modified Proctor test is very similar to this heavy compaction test. So in heavy compaction test, the compactive effort is higher than that of light compaction test. So with the compactive effort, we can get this. If the compactive effort is higher, then we will get the maximum dry density corresponding to lower optimum moisture content. So we can say that with the compactive effort, we will get the higher maximum dry density and lower optimum moisture content. So coming to this question is asking about the comparison of optimum moisture content for standard Proctor test with modified Proctor test and maximum dry density of standard Proctor test with modified Proctor test. So we have to compare this optimum moisture content and maximum dry density for standard Proctor test and modified Proctor test. So we now we know that OMC, that is optimum moisture content, is low for modified Proctor test, and OMC will high for standard Proctor test, and maximum dry density will be high for modified Proctor test, and it will low for standard Proctor test. As we have just studied that in modified Proctor test the compactive effort is high, higher than that of standard Proctor test. So now coming to this option, we can get OMC for a standard Proctor test is that here we can see that OMC is high for SP as compared to this modified Proctor test. So here we can get there are two options. So option number B, this is correct statement, and this is also the correct statement. OMC for a standard Proctor test will be higher than that of modified Proctor test. Now coming to maximum dry density. So MDD, that is maximum dry density, will be higher in case of modified Proctor test. So here we can get in this case the modified maximum dry density in case of standard Proctor test is greater. So it is wrong. This is wrong. Okay. So now just we have studied that MDD for a standard Proctor test will be lower than that of MDD for modified Proctor test. So this is the correct option. So we can say the option B is the correct option for this question. Thank you.